We're back. And I know it's been a while since we've given stuff away, so we got to get back into that again. And I think it's most fitting that we start with Cara giving something of hers away, because she's more special than me, and anything she does is special. So
I got this bra and it didn't fit very well. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm sure a lot of his followers on the photography channel would be interested in it. So I'm going to give away this bra. I'm sure it's a men's bra.
What? They make those?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Anyway.
I'm just joking. Come back. I was kidding. I'm kidding. One of my most favorite things to do is interact with the birds in my backyard. And I love photographing them too. So I can just look at them whenever I want and share them with others. And they always get a, wow, look at that. And Marcus was so kind. I'd be taking cell phone pictures. We have hawks back there, and I saw a huge, I don't know what it was, what type of eagle, or it looked like a vulture. We have little teeny tiny little finches that are so cute, and woodpeckers that are so high in the tree. And it's just hard to get them, with a cell phone. So anyways, Marcus got me a camera that had a really cool zoom, and I enjoyed it. And I don't remember why
the viewfinder wasn't very good.
Yes. And we ended up giving away that one to one of you lucky guys. Then we got this one, and it's so severe. And my arms, I'm working out my arms, but I'm not there yet.
I wanted to get her the longest zoom lens possible. And This is the longest zoom lens on a camera, without going with the big giant lenses, that ridiculous stuff. I mean, this is something that is just a point and shoot with the world's longest zoom lens. So I ordered it online. I didn't know how big it was until we got it in the mail.
I mean, it's just, you press zoom and it's just extending and extending and extending. And I'm like, when is this thing going to stop?
Well, not only that, the camera is huge. Show them the camera.
Okay, so this is the camera that we're giving away. Ta-da!
It's a monster.
And the zoom isn't even out yet.
Yeah, it's not even on yet. This is the P1000. This is a Nikon P1000. It's the 135 equivalent of 24 to 3000. This is a 3000 millimeter equivalent when it's stretched out. And it even goes 250 times beyond that digitally, so it becomes a 6,000 times equivalent. Nikon P1000 is ridiculous.
Oh, it's perfect for, getting birds and stuff, but not for somebody like
the camera itself is so giant. It's so big. Look at that thing. Look how big this thing is. And some other cool features about it. It has a flash. So you can take a flash with it, obviously not for something that's a mile away. The zoom is motorized. It has a mic jack. So if you want to vlog with this thing, it has a mic jack. It has 5 stops of optical image stabilization.
Okay, whatever that means. See, this is why I don't deserve a camera like this.
Well, the optical image keeps it steady, so you don't shake the image and get blurry pictures. So 5 stops of optical image stabilization. It has a viewfinder, which is one of the reasons we got this thing, well, other than the zoom, but it's a 2.36 million dot EVF. It does shoot 4K video. The ISO only goes up to 6400. It has a tiny sensor. It's 1/2.3 inches. So that just amazes me that something this big has a small sensor like that. But that's maybe part of the reason it could zoom so far, because the smaller the sensor, the further you can zoom. It's just easier to zoom with smaller sensors. It's a 16 megapixel sensor. This thing costs $1,000. They still sell them at B&H. It's a $1,000 camera. It's just too big and ridiculous and complicated for her. She's used it maybe once or twice.
I did end up getting, Marcus got me a teeny little one now.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you what we got instead, but first we're going to give this thing away. Well, maybe we should just get into what we replaced it with.
Sure.
And build up the and by the way, before you get all excited, do not start emailing the original email that you were sending to for giveaways. I don't want any more emails. That's driving me crazy. All right, where there's a different way of entering. I'm going to give you a different email. It's a temporary thing, only for this one giveaway. So don't do this for any other giveaway we're doing. So you got to watch the whole video to find out how to get this. So don't jump the gun yet and start emailing the old email address. Anyway, so what camera did we replace this giant monster with? You know, girls like little things, right? So, well, I don't want to get into that part, you know, never mind. I'm talking about like technical things. Yeah, cameras. All right.
We know what you mean.
So what we got her is
this camera, and it's so much more nice. It's so much more smaller.
Yeah,
for me,
something you can fit in a purse.
That's about the zoom.
Yeah.
As far as it zooms out.
Right. Now, it doesn't look like a lot. This is a Lumix ZS200. This is a $600 camera. This one has a 16 megapixel sensor. This one has a 20 megapixel sensor. This one has a 1/2.3 inch sensor, which is tiny. This one has a 1 inch sensor, which is huge. Now, the only thing is this zoom isn't that big. It's a 15 times zoom, which is the equivalent of 24 to 360. Still pretty darn good for a little tiny pocket camera. This also has image stabilization, has a 5-axis hybrid optical image stabilization. Like, you know what that means.
Just sounds very impressive.
This has an ISO of 6400. This has an ISO of 25,600.
Oh my God. What is ISO?
That's so you can shoot in low light. So this one can take better pictures when it's darker. This one can't. So when the sun's going down, it's getting darker. This one's a lot
all the
better
birds go to sleep by then anyway. They're all home.
Start taking pictures of bats. It also has a viewfinder. This tiny little thing has a viewfinder. So you can look in bright sunlight, which is, I mean, a little pocket camera, the viewfinder, that's something I always am amazed at. I should get myself one of these things. It's great. You can shoot 120 frames per second, which is super slow motion in HD. And it even shoots RAW. Not that we care. She doesn't care about RAW, but you guys always care about RAW.
Well, I care about raw food. If you guys if you guys care about raw food too,
right, raw,
you should subscribe to I Am Cara Brotman on Instagram.
That's
raw.
Well, our health channel is all about raw plant food recipes.
Well, so is my Instagram page.
Yeah. So we have two different forms of raw. We have raw food, and then we have raw pictures. Raw picture file. Anyway, so enough rambling here. Let's start giving this thing away.
Yeah.
So you got to email your name, your address.
First and last name, just not your first name.
First name and last name, your mailing address. It has to be in the United States. Sorry, I already went into it. Why? It has to have your phone number so the delivery service can find you. If you're not home, and your email address and your channel, your YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, that's easy enough, right, guys?
And by the way, do not go, my name is Bob Smith. My address is blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Just say Bob Smith, 123 Main Street, 712-81555 phone number. Just the info. Do not say, and don't leave a long rambling message. Don't say, I love your channel. Don't say, I watch you all the time. Don't say anything. Just your name, your address, your phone number, your email address, and your channel name. That's it.
I know we're going to get... Now, Marcus, I know you said not to ramble or say anything, but I just got to tell you.
Yeah, don't do that. We get 2,000 people emailing us a day. We don't have time to read it. It's going to drive us crazy.
The email address to email it to would be rawchef@hotmail. That's RAWCHEF as in Frank. I'm a raw food chef.
At hotmail.com.
I'm a raw food chef, and I'm at hotmail.com. So.
Okay, and we're only doing it for this one video. Do not email her after that. Do not email for other giveaways to that address. That's only for this one. And
yeah, and rawchef@hotmail.
And we will pick it in a day or two. We get overwhelmed with people emailing us, so we don't want.
So when's the cutoff date?
We're just going to give it a day or two because we just get way too many emails, and then I have a whole bunch of other giveaway stuff myself, but we're going to do it differently. I have a whole new system that I'm putting in for doing it. And do not email me at any time saying, Marcus, I don't have a camera. I need one. I need one for the church. It's amazing how many people are saying, I'm in a church, right? I'm doing it for saving humanity. Or don't give me a sob story that everything got stolen and ask me, well, if you have anything lying around, stop asking me for stuff. The only stuff I give away is what I give away on a video. Okay, don't push it. I'm a nice enough guy as it is. Don't randomly email me saying, by the way, if you have anything else lying around, don't do that. It pisses me off. I like to give away lots of stuff, but only when I give it away and only what I give away. So that's enough preaching there. And she's going to give away her camera. She's going to pick a name out of a bag in a few days, and somebody's going to get this monster. This is huge.
This is a great camera if you're into cameras.
Yeah, if you
appreciate it.
If you like manly, big gear, heavy duty, impress your. I've got something bigger than you do. Here you go. This is your camera.
Press the women camera.
Yeah. So. All right, so that's it. Just our little giveaway for today, and
it's giving us such a good feeling. That's why I suggested, hey, can I give this away on the camera channel?
You're gonna make somebody really happy with that.
Good. Well, that's what it's all about. I remember I lost, had $1,000 just go bloop out of my pocket of my pants on the way to the bank, and after the initial shock wore off that I just dropped $1,000 in the street, I started thinking, I'm so excited for that person that finds that little wad. I just wish I could be there to say, oh, I'm so excited for you too. I actually went into the store. Excuse me, did somebody turn in $1,000? Oh, yeah, right. But no, the feeling is so wonderful. So that's why I love giving away stuff to you guys as well. I'm sure you would appreciate this more than I do. So, okay. Well, with that, I have to get going.
We have a recipe video to do now.
Yes, we do.
All right. So we got to move on to our other channel now. So have a good week, and we'll see you in the giveaway.